The end. A word that carries immense weight, especially when attached to a story that has been a constant companion for decades. For us Nakama, the question of when One Piece will finally reach its conclusion isn't just a passing thought. It's a deeply ingrained curiosity, a topic of endless discussion and fervent speculation. We've sailed alongside the Straw Hats through countless islands, witnessed their triumphs and heartbreaks, and collectively yearned for the day Luffy will finally stand atop the world as the Pirate King, his dream fulfilled by finding the legendary One Piece. But what truly awaits us at the end of this incredible voyage? For years, the narrative itself has been meticulously laying the groundwork for something far grander than just the discovery of treasure. The intricate web of political intrigue surrounding the world government, the tragic history shrouded in the Void Century, the rise of the Revolutionary Army challenging the established world order, these aren't mere side plots. They feel like crucial pieces of a much larger puzzle, all pointing towards an inevitable world-altering conflict. We've seen glimpses of this impending war. From the devastating destruction of Lulusia to the bold declaration of war against the world government by the revolutionaries, Vegapunk's final message, hinting at the cataclysmic truth held within the One Piece, only served to amplify this anticipation. The stage, it seemed, was set for a final, earth-shattering war that would redefine the very fabric of the One Piece world. It's almost hard to remember a time when One Piece wasn't a sprawling epic. Yet, in its nascent stages, the vision was remarkably different. Oda-sensei, the masterful mind behind this world, initially conceived a much more concise adventure, a 5-year tale focused primarily on Luffy's battles against the then-established 4 emperors. He imagined Luffy quickly assembling a crew of 10 and swiftly navigating the Grand Line to achieve his dream. This initial blueprint feels almost quaint compared to the vastness the story has become. As the narrative unfolded, new characters emerged, the world expanded exponentially, and the intricate history of the One Piece universe began to take shape, organically extending the journey far beyond its original scope. Even around 2020, when the series was already a global phenomenon, Oda expressed a desire to conclude the story within the next 5 years, a testament to his ongoing efforts to bring his grand vision to its final act. However, as we stand here, with Luffy still in pursuit of the final road poneglyph, it's clear that the end is not as imminent as once imagined. The anticipation for this final war has become deeply ingrained in the fan psyche. We've analyzed every clue, debated every theory, and collectively braced ourselves for a conflict that promises to dwarf even the legendary Marineford arc in scale and impact. The injustices of the world government, the long-suppressed history of the ancient kingdom, the yearning for freedom that permeates the entire series, these themes demand a resolution on a grand, transformative scale. Whitebeard's dying words, hinting at a world-shaking event after the One Piece is found, and the historical parallels drawn during Oden's flashback in Wano, all seem to solidify this expectation. It felt like the natural progression of the story, the ultimate culmination of all the narrative threads woven over more than 2 decades. And then came the unexpected whisper, a statement from Oda himself that sent ripples of surprise and a healthy dose of confusion through the One Piece community. In a recent interview, a glimpse into the mind of the creator revealed a vision for the ending that seemingly contradicts this long-held belief. Oda stated that he has always pictured the final chapter of One Piece coinciding with the moment Luffy finally discovers the One Piece. The simplicity of this declaration, "it will still be over whenever the One Piece is found in the series," stands in stark contrast to the complex and war-torn future many had envisioned. This revelation throws a considerable wrench into the established expectations. If the series concludes the moment Luffy finds the One Piece and presumably becomes the Pirate King, what then becomes of the meticulously crafted setup for a global war? The narrative has invested so much time and energy in building towards this conflict, introducing powerful factions and revealing deep-seated historical grievances. To simply end the story after the treasure is found would leave many of these crucial plot threads unresolved, potentially leaving fans with a sense of incompleteness. The truth of the Void Century, the ultimate fate of the world government, the liberation of oppressed nations, these are all elements that seem to necessitate a large-scale conflict. Could it be that our understanding of what constitutes the end is too narrow? Perhaps the discovery of the One Piece itself acts as the catalyst for the final war, igniting a global conflict in its immediate aftermath. Maybe the revelation of the world's true history, contained within the One Piece, is so shocking and transformative that it inevitably leads to a final showdown. Or perhaps Oda's statement is a subtle misdirection, a way to keep the true nature of the ending shrouded in mystery until the very last moment. Another possibility lies in the definition of ending. Could Oda be referring to the end of the main narrative thread, with the discovery of the One Piece marking the fulfillment of Luffy's personal dream, followed by a shorter, more focused final arc that deals with the global repercussions of this discovery? This would allow for the resolution of the major conflicts without extending the series for an indefinite period after the treasure is found. It's also worth considering the emotional impact of the ending. After such a long and beloved journey, Perhaps Oda envisions a more bittersweet or reflective conclusion, focusing on the realization of Luffy's dream rather than an extended period of intense warfare. Maybe the true treasure of the One Piece is not a physical object, but rather a revelation that fundamentally changes the world's perception of freedom and justice, rendering a traditional war obsolete or unnecessary. Ultimately, the beauty of One Piece lies in its unpredictability. Oda has consistently surprised us, subverting expectations and delivering narrative twists that have captivated audiences worldwide. This latest statement about the ending is just another layer of intrigue in this incredible saga. While it may challenge our preconceived notions of what the final chapters hold, it also serves as a reminder of the boundless creativity and masterful storytelling that have made One Piece a timeless classic. We, as fans, can only continue to follow Luffy and his crew on their journey, eagerly anticipating the moment they finally reach that fabled island and discover the truth of the One Piece, trusting that Oda-sensei will deliver an ending that is both satisfying and unforgettable, regardless of whether it involves a massive final war or more immediate conclusion upon the treasure's discovery. The adventure continues, and the anticipation for the final destination has never been higher. Like, share and subscribe for more One Piece discussions and theories. What are your thoughts on Oda's statement? Let us know in the comments below.